Good, very good.
Thank you. And that relates to my question, which relates to what Jerry was saying. So part of that religious upbringing was that if you were happy, you would die. Because, and all the examples they showed me was, if you're joyous, that you're happy, somebody would give a speech and he would say, oh, this person was so happy, and he was singing the praises to God, and he was singing to himself, and it's just the way people are. And then he died, and he was a young boy. And then this past year, there was a basketball player at the University of Iowa who was described that way, and you could see when he played on television that this was an exuberant person, this was a joyous person, this was a great person. You could see love coming out of him.
Especially when he was focused.
Yeah.
Especially when he was tapped in, tuned in, turned on.
Yeah. And so he was on the verge of $1 million contract in the NBA, predictably. He was such a good basketball player. And then one night, eating with his girlfriend, they were driving out of the eating establishment, and he didn't look left, and he went instantly non-physical. And so I said, well, that's more evidence to me that if you're happy and you seem to be really focused in life and joyous, happy and free, so to speak, that you will die. And so that is a cellular thing that I have that I would like to get past.
Let us give you a little bit of information about it, and then we'll walk you through it and help you shift your energy about it. Everyone dies. And it is tricky business because as you look on, you cannot know the vibration of that person that attracted that experience. There is a lot of controversy about the subject of suicide, and we say, without exception, every physical death is suicide, because every death is a vibrational attraction. And so you do not know how another is vibrating and therefore what they are attracting. You don't even know that they may not be wanting that. You do not know that they may not be very clearly feeling that they have accomplished what they came to accomplish and now are wanting to get on with something different. In other words, you cannot know because you cannot get inside the thought process or the vibrational knowing of any other. And so as you evaluate what others are doing, you are always getting mixed signals. But as a society, you've become very good at taking statistics and cataloging and trying to make reason out of everything that you see. That is what we meant yesterday about the counting of the grains of sand. It is a never-ending task that you cannot get to the bottom of, you see. Another thing that we're wanting to point out to you, and you've brought it forth very clearly here, it is what we were talking about earlier as we say, that many of you are hiding behind words and actions. In other words, it is very common to see someone smiling very hard to try to compensate for a sadness that is within. Because you believe so much in action, especially when you are around others, very often you are presenting a face or words that are not in harmony with your vibration. And that is another factor that confuses onlookers like you. How could someone smiling, how could someone obviously on top of the world attract something so awful? And we say, friends, until you let this be about you, until you make the association between how you're feeling and what you're getting, you're never going to figure this out because you can't tell by what you're seeing because there is so much that is offered that is not in harmony with vibration. But as you start paying attention to the way you feel relative to what you are getting, then you start having a sensitivity to what others are feeling so that you can feel beyond their words. You can feel what they are offering. You're not counting on that which they have learned to deceive with, which is action and words. You're hearing what we're saying, feeling what we're saying. Now, each time you have that feeling, let's say that you have made some decisions. I want to be vital and alive. I want to be happy. I want to live in this body for as long as it feels good. And I want to be productive. I want to be a participant in this life experience. And I want to live a grand life. And as you state that, and you are then inspired to actions that are all in the flow of that, and then one of those old memories creeps up, as an association with a smell, or a taste, or a sound, or something visual, makes one of those old feelings crop up. In the moment that you feel it, now what are you knowing that feeling is telling you? Right now, I'm flowing energy in the old habitual pattern of thought that is not in harmony with my now stated desire. So in that moment of feeling that subtle negative emotion, you simply talk about why you want to be vital and alive, why you want to be in this physical body, why life is so good, what is the advantage of physical life. From your broad knowing now, how does this physical experience fit in with the non-physical experience? And in seconds, you will have transmuted that energy. Now, if you're not paying attention to the way you feel, and you have that sort of nagging thought that has come up before, and you allow yourself to stay focused on it, then by law of attraction, with this now new point of attraction that you've found in this new moment, you now will ponder that, and you will remember the basketball player, and you will remember the people you knew that you loved. In other words, you will start pulling on the negative rope of that makes you, until that feeling of negativity will get stronger and deeper. And the longer you wait to make your transmuting or your pivoting, then the bigger the momentum is and the more difficult it is to make the transition, you see. So isn't it wonderful that as you move through your day from now on, relative to this specific subject, that any time you accidentally or by default, not looking where you're going, trip over one of those old thoughts, your guidance system will say, you're tripping over one of those old thoughts. Want to talk about it from your new position? Want to talk about it from your now knowing? Or you want to regurgitate the old knowing that never felt good? You want to talk about it from your new position? And as you do, you will bridge that old vibration, and once you've spent 2 or 3 minutes on it in this now, you will have altered the vibration of that past, so that never again will it have that exact vibration to reach up and pounce on you with. In other words, next time it comes up, it will be in the new altered state as you have last left it. Are you hearing this? This is how you bridge those beliefs. We're not really encouraging spending a lot of time trying to bridge beliefs, because most of you get stuck on the other side of the bridge. Most of you, as you try to bridge those beliefs, because those memories, even cellular memories, are so strong that you get stuck on the other side of the bridge. So then you join others who agree with you on how awful it is to be stuck over there, and then you have support groups. It is one of the primary reasons that as you came into these physical bodies, you do not have memory of past lives. If you had memory of past lives, can you imagine how much of that cellular memory you would be dealing with? Every time you saw a camel, you would get a bad feeling. You would be joining together in support groups of children of parents who had been beheaded. You see. Good. You are clear enough?
Yeah, so you're saying that as long as you're intending in this body to, see, I've got a lot of things I want to accomplish. I don't want to die. I've got a lot of things I want to do. And
I've got a lot of things I want to accomplish. I don't want to die.
Okay.
I've got a lot of things I want to do. I don't want to die too soon.
Okay.
And then when you say, I don't want to die, you feel it. And as you feel it, you say, well, I know what I don't want. I don't want to die today. I don't want to make a stupid mistake and get run over by a steamroller. What is it I do want? I want to live a long and healthy life. Why? Because I'm having a good time. Why do I want to have a good time? Because it feels good to have a good time. Why do I want to feel good? Because that's my natural state of being. And within seconds, you've transmuted that. You've brought yourself right back onto your path again. And next time, that won't come up so easily. Oh, it will come up a few more times. And you'll take another run at it from a lot of different directions, you see. Someone recently was talking to us about their physical condition, for they have been diagnosed with something that is considered terminal. And they were besides themselves with the pain of this, the tragedy of it, the unfairness of it. There was so much anger and blame and resentment and just plain sadness about this diagnosis. And when this person talked to us, we said, we are so pleased that you stand where you stand. This person was amazed. How could Abraham be so uncaring as to actually revel in a sort of seeming delight about this terrible position? And we said, are you saying to us that the doctors say they can do nothing more for you? And this person said, that is accurate. There is nothing more that can be done. And we said, are you saying to us that you've tried all of the potions and all of the witch doctors and all of the contraptions, all of the stuff that has been zapped into your body in one way or another, and nothing has worked. And this person says, that is it, Abraham. All known ways to save my life are expended. We said, good. Now you can get on with the only thing that ever works. You can shift your vibration. And from a stronger place than you've ever been before in your life. Because in this place of facing the thing that you want not, is erupting within you a desire beyond anything that we have ever felt from you. And as this newfound desire has catapulted you into a whole new quantum leap fashion place of attracting, now, if you will talk about why you are wanting to live, if you will bask in your day of the deliciousness of this life experience, rather than sitting here feeling regret of what you won't see tomorrow, you will find a connection with your inner being that will realign your energies, which will bring you back into your state of wellness. In other words, finally, you've backed yourself into a corner where you can't use all that stuff that works scantily anyway. Finally, you are going to discover about flowing energy. Finally, you are going to understand how worlds are created. Finally, you are going to understand how something as magnificent as your planet Earth has been launched into orbit. Finally, you are going to understand the well-being of this universe. Finally, you are, because you want so much, you are going to discover it. Now, it would be nice if you could bring yourselves to that sort of wanting before you get backed into that sort of a corner. And that is really what we are about. We are wanting to help you not come from tragedy to ecstasy. We're wanting to keep you in a place of joyful life experience. We're wanting you to feel in every moment of your day the deliciousness of this experience. So much so that when you feel negative emotion, you say, that's great, my guidance system is working. What's it pointing at now? What is this subtle, magnificent, ever-present guidance system telling me about this moment? What's this negative emotion about? What's bugging me here? What's bothering me here? What is it that I don't want here? What is it? Look at it. And then in the clarity of seeing what you don't want, make your statement of what you do want, and flow your energy toward that. That's what all creators do, you see. Creators that create worlds aren't trying to fix problems. Creators that create worlds are identifying what is not wanted for a split second, feeling what is wanted for eternity. You're hearing? Good. You're ready for us? And then we'll take a segment of refreshment.